Fan, what's wrong? I don't know. I just felt my heart skip a beat. Junior brother, what are you doing? I don't know. I just had a feeling, my enemy is here. How is it? Are you alright? It's nothing, just a feeling. Double Dragon Gathering won't go easy on us. Double Dragon Gathering has the greatest powers in Western lands. It'd be strange if it were easy. No one, not even the superior 3 sects, will boast they'll reach their goal. I am most thankful for how much care you have for the sect, but don't beat yourself over it. You said it yourself, to be a superior 3 sect. We didn't even ask you to take us to the top, so why worry? Ha ha ha. You're beating Steward Zhua over it. Superior 3 sect it is, nothing to it. Blame my loose mouth. Ha ha ha, don't say that. It's good for young people to have big dreams. Does that mean I'll meet my match? People of the Demon Scheming Sect, please come to Heaven Reaching Pavilion. To discuss the Double Dragon Gathering. We're the ones. Please lead the way, brother. Right, let's get this done. Pick a room and eat this. Then meditate for a breakthrough. What's this? Heaven Reaching Pill? It can heal meridians and renew life, but it's also zombie pill's antidote. Taking this will transform your bodies. Haven't we taken it already? You said it only works once. Its effect will only work once, but does not equal removing the poison. Your progress from removing it will have a lesser effect than when you took this pill the first time. Does that mean it will be more effective without being an antidote? Sign, it's a pity that I took it too early. If you didn't take it the first time, you wouldn't be alive to take it the second time. That's it. Go back to your room. People never know what is enough. The Venerables have left for Heaven Reaching Pavilion. What is the Fan? Schwanger, Yongning, what are you doing here? Don't tell me you're joining the Double Dragon Gathering too. We're not you, some fighting junkie. We only came to watch. Watch. The Double Dragon Gathering decides the positions of the 9 sects, their resources, and their territory. Each nation sends a delegation to understand these changes that might affect their future. Taking the Demon Scheming Sect as an example, if you become a middle 3 sect, you will be offered a much greater territory and resources, even having a whole empire under it. That's why the Demon Scheming Sect's higher-ups stress so much about this tournament. They would pay anything if it means getting amazing rewards and more resources. You're telling me a middle 3 sect has an empire all to itself? While a lower 3 sect can only get a third, like Tianyu's 3 guardian sects? Yes, and no, what matters here is the resource allocation. Look at Beast Taming Sect, they are a lower 3 sect, but as they are from the Chuanrong Empire, with little resources harvested there, you can say they have a sole empire under them. Tianyu, bordering the Chuanrong Empire, is rich in resources. Tianyu Chuanrong so much so that it has 2 lower 3 sects and a middle 3 sect sharing its hall. As for the superior 3 sects, they each have a large empire, with tens of more resources than us. That's why the late emperor made a deal with Chuanrong in secret. By ceding land, he affected the sect's gains and ultimately their future. Any accord between nations is for them to settle, the sects can't interfere. This is a rule of Double Dragon Manor, all to prevent the Western lands from plunging into chaos. It's all Double Dragon Manor's tactic to keep Western lands' strength up. Each is a cog in Western lands' machine to ramp up the power. By controlling the 9 sects, Double Dragon Manor controls Western lands. Western lands, it's all so simple yet much more far-reaching than it seems, with incredible results. Just like an animal pen, rearing them for slaughter. Who does Double Dragon Manor think it is? That drunkard. Senior, are you from Double Dragon Manor? Double Dragon Manor? Ha ha ha. I was, but now, not anymore. Double Dragon Manor? Ha ha ha. I was, but now, not anymore. Not anymore? Is he an exiled disciple? But how did he get in? Any sect would have warned itself against its exiles. That goes double for Double Dragon Manor. Ha ha ha, they can try all they like to keep me out. But unfortunately, where I want to go, no one in the world can stop me. Humph, cocky. At best, those words will make him a hero. At worst, a criminal. Hey, why does that sound familiar? It sounds oddly similar to me. The old man and I are so alike. Shua Fan, who is this? He's weird. Lighten up, you've given me wine and I find you to my liking, so I won't be hard on you. Ha ha ha, I'm not one to pick on girls. Tianyu's princess, I take it. Ha ha ha, I heard what happened to your empire, shaking and what you said, so it's probably true. Tell me, do you think your father was right? He may be my father, but he sold out his nation. He's no different than letting evil in. Ha ha ha, what a righteous princess. What then if he only ceded the land while no soldiers came in? Wouldn't it be the same? No, of course not. An enemy invasion means pillaging and slaughter. While ceding some land does not include such cruel actions. Nevertheless, the land is the royal family's, and the common man has not one stake in it. Regardless of the master, the common people will still be worked to the bones for their lords, so what's the difference? Win or lose, the populace suffers all the same. That being said, Double Dragon Manor, the sect, and even empires, all they're doing is raising cattle. So they could suck the blood and marrow from their weary bodies. Double Dragon Manor offers stability to Western lands' powers and guarantees growth. A stroke of genius, one might say. Won't letting Western lands grow weaker draw invaders in? The fate of the people then would be far worse. Bullshit. Nothing but a goddamn excuse. They're only after guarding the sacred mines, a cultivator's interests, and not giving a single lick about some weary nobodies. Let's say the central area invades, you think they'd go after the people, the ant? No, all they care about is taking the resources. They need these ants to mine the stuff, just like Double Dragon Manor does. Sorry, I forgot myself. Every time I talk about this I get riled up. I used to be just like you, thinking the best of the Western lands, with hardly any heavy conflicts, filled with peace and prosperity. It all changed from one meeting. Woman? Girl, how did you know? Isn't it obvious? Only a woman can change a man. You girls sure know a lot, just how many did you change? Nonsense. I'm innocent. I haven't changed a single one yet, senior, just ignore her, she has her head in the clouds from too many perfect matches stories. Perfect match? Ha ha ha, sometimes, that isn't far from reality either. I used to be a young man with dignity and elegance traveling the world. But after meeting her one time too many, that foolishly naive princess had trapped me in the secular world. I found her the most pitifully foolish girl. A princess, fond of walking among her people, falling for the most obvious scams yet never regretting it. Senior, such a dopey girl, oblivious to the dangers of human society, will one day die from it. What's my intention to you, anyway? Women are like water. Men sometimes need them by their side to comfort them. Though on many occasions, her naive and foolish attitude drove me up the walls and got me in much trouble. Thinking about it, none of it mattered. We're really on the same side, aren't we? It's not my fault I was awesome, wishing to take her burden. But then I realized. Even all my power had reached its limit. I wanted to fight those scheming geezers so much, yet was unable to. That year, their neighboring kingdom attacked her homeland. The sect in charge of its well-being saw the lands were safe and ignored them. Leave the people at the border to suffer. She was plagued with worry for them. I even defied Double Dragon Manor's rule in not interfering many times, Double Dragon Manor only to be accused by the enemy and forced back to the sect to receive my punishment. I had no choice but to return to the sect. But I didn't expect our separation would be final. Did something happen to her? Girl, you really have read too many stories. With me gone, the masterminds enacted their real plan. While they harassed the border, a group made contact with the princess. They enticed her into moving the defense 1,000 miles inward, at a mountain range, which made it easier to defend. This way, both sides' people would be spared. She fell for it completely. By stealing the emperor's seal, she signed a ceding agreement. The enemy used it to force the defending general to draw back and take the rich stretch of land. By the time the emperor found out, it was too late. The sects overlooking the empire were outraged, fanning the population's flames and making the royal family abdicate while condemning the princess to execution for high treason. The news came to me in the last hour, when I could do nothing to help. I reached only to see her corpse, and could only hear the mob's accusations and mockeries. They were clearly plotting against the stupid. Well, Princess Senior, this might not be my place to say this. But if it were me, I'd slaughter a bunch of them to put the fear of me in their hearts and let them know she was under my wing. At worst, I'll just get punished in the sect. But the result would be different. Finding that no rules will hold you back, they'll never make a move against the princess. But by obeying the sect's orders like a good child, they acted regardless of how strong you were. Since the sect's rules bound you, you could do nothing. Even if you did, they'd just rat you out to Double Dragon Manor. All you had to do was go berserk from the start. I regretted it so much not being a demonic cultivator back then. Having your recklessness, she would have still been alive. But I knew it was all but too late, bound by righteous rules while those bastards clapped in joy. Damn. Don't go crazy on me. So what happened? What did you do? I want to throw you out. Then I rushed to the enemy nation, slaughtering the royal family, and killed my way through its guardian sect, throwing their nameplate into a bonfire. But who do they take me for, to just fall just like that? Well, the first time I came to receive the sect's punishment willingly, this time I was in too much pain to care about anything. I saw the whole world as my enemy, and when I returned to the sect, I killed anyone in sight. Whichever of the 10 sects of Western lands I set foot on, all were left in chaos and burning. It was a warning to never try to use rules on me and to leave me the hell alone. But, what's the point? Just some tantrum since she didn't come back. I was only after one sect at first, but the rage consumed me. I targeted all of them. Like a true madman. Why does this sound so familiar? So close. So close. I was this close to losing my mind in the madness, to let my demon control me. How did you crawl back? I have to thank her for that. Taken over by madness as I was, I stumbled upon her lady-in-waiting, bringing me her will. After reading the letter, I realized she hadn't been fooled and knew it all along. It was all a trap. She knew it was the enemy's scheme and that it would ruin her clan, but also knew if the land was turned over to the enemy, the people there would no longer suffer from war. Whether the proposal was right or wrong, it all came down to the ruler's judgment. It brought me back to the time we talked about our dreams of peace on earth. But how many could achieve it? Righteous cultivators hide behind justice when they take it all. Where in fact, all they had were demons, and do I need to say anything about demonic cultivators? You said Double Dragon Manor protects Western lands' peace, while I say it has no moral behind it, making it just another cesspool of greed and power plays. Little girl, you said that she ceded her land to the enemy. But without righteousness, the Western land is still filthy, is it wrong? As long as the people had a better life afterward. Aren't empires supposed to protect the people? Ha ha ha, how clever you are. Only caring about the common good, you're just as foolish as her, yet smarter than all the others. The true fool here is none other than me. The story is over. The identity of the drunkard is about to be revealed. The true fool here is none other than me. When I was with her, I said I wanted to build a perfect world. And what did I get? Her death, and I running amok across Western lands. Such a fool I was. Ha ha ha, senior. Men tell nothing but lies in their pursuit of women, spewing great and impressive things. Oh, bite me, I'm not that shameless like you. I was always truthful to her. I just knew your heart is skewed. But the more it is, the more you should search for a lass with her heart in the right place, to bring you back on the straight and narrow. Just like her. You said she was foolish, when she was just so kind. By the looks of it, masterminds of their caliber needed a naive sidekick to keep their minds stable. They were the only people capable of bringing peace of mind in this world of lies and deceit. Out of wine, again. I gotta get myself some more. It's a rare sight meeting young folk willing to listen to my ramblings. If luck has it, I'll lend a hand the next time. Though it better be a trifle. Something like messing with a sect is more within my skill set, but you'll have to give me something for that. What is it? A painting. I drew for her, and my greatest work. A shame it got lost with the decline of her clan. I even got the word out that I'd do anything to he who brought it to me. So many years have passed, yet not one word. Sigh, I may never see it again. Senior, what does the painting look like? My painting is quite famous. Lads of our nation. It's gone. Lads of our nation? That means he's Western Land's strongest man, Dan Shin. We also heard of this legend. He's still alive after 1,000 years? Where's the painting? Doesn't Tianyu have it somewhere? When you went to the imperial capital last time, after third brother's coronation, the painting was gone. He wanted to use it as a betrothal gift for Long Kuei. But it hasn't been found anywhere in the treasury. Damn that pile of blubber. He screws up right when it matters. That's good, very good. Heaven-reaching pavilion. Then it's settled. Double Dragon Gathering will begin in 3 days. The same rule applies, starting with the lower 3 sections you may withdraw. Something is wrong with the barrier. What's wrong? The doors have opened 9 times, for every sect, yet there has been a 10th time. I'm afraid someone is sneaking in. You may go, but be on guard. Only through special gestures and enough strength can one enter the barrier without a sound. Do you suppose? Could it be that he's back? Can sneak in under the noses of the 2 of us, and is so familiar with the Double Dragon matter. He's the only one in the entire Western lands. I don't know why he's back so suddenly, but I hope he won't cause any more trouble. Our most prized pupil has returned. What is he up to? In 3 days? That's a little tight. Venerables, couldn't you stall for a bit? We're quite short on time. You wanted us, 3 little guys, to change the mind of a room packed with worthies? Sure, you're tight on time now, but what the hell did you do a few days ago? We asked you to cure them but you just wouldn't have it. Well, it all comes down to luck again. For crying out loud, Shuafan, you're the leader of the demon scheming sect, so start acting like one. What luck? Don't tell me you didn't plan for this. And what's the deal with those girls? Why are they still here? Is this how a leader acts? If I'm right, they should be able to break through in 3 days. It's just that it varies from person to person. Who knows if there'll be any accidents? Stop it. I don't know if I can handle it myself. You alone will do shit. Is this a joke to you, a play? The fighting is set by drawing lots, with a member must be fighting once. Are you going to draw 10 lots by yourself? While you're worth 10 men, the rules forbid you from fighting more than once. It all depends on all your rankings where our sect lies. That's why your strength hardly matters, while effective in group battles. Double Dragon Gathering has so many rules. Won't it be faster if everyone just ganged up? Ha ha ha, it's a thorough test of a sect's potential. That leaves us with our hands tied. No choice, but to leave it to fate. Say it. Say it again. Well, we can only hope that they will break through soon. 3 days later. Demon Scheming Sect, the Double Dragon Gathering is starting, yet we do not see you present. The Elder sent me to get you. Egu, my stomach hurts. Your food here is not clean, I need to go to the toilet. We are all cultivators, honored guests, we do not offer food either. With your cultivation, such a case is impossible. Did you take some poison pill perhaps? Ha ha ha, now that you mention it, I'm cured. Shall we go then? I've seen my fair share of cowards, but you are a different breed entirely. Getting sick just before getting on stage? What did you come here for anyway? Crazy. Punk, today's humiliation is on you. We stalled for you, so you better get back our dignity. Or else is your head. Humph. What's your dignity got to do with me? I didn't tell you to show off. What kind of breakthrough have these little brats made? Ripe eggs. One by one, they've finally broken out of their shells. Next, it's time for you to spread your wings and fly. Huh? Where is Demon Scheming Sect? Elder, the Demon Scheming Sect is here. Huh? Venerables, why do I see only you 3? What of the disciples? Well. Elder, the disciples are delayed and will be here shortly. Ha ha ha, talk about a disgrace. They're too scared to meet yours truly. Half a year ago, I wiped the floor with Demon Scheming Sect's elites. Now they had no one to send and threw in their worst and weakest. Their leader is even a 3rd-layer Radiant stage child. Some damn elders from the secular world would have been way better. In my moment of weakness and generosity, I advised them against this, and I see now they had an epiphany to not come. Finally realized that this stage is not for them to be on, already scared away, ha ha ha. No wonder they haven't come yet. One man took on the elites of the Demon Scheming Sect. I didn't realize they were a bunch of cowards. Looks like they're really scared, what a shame. The leader of the lower three sects will be decided between us now. Damn it. You don't deserve it. What did you just say? Look, who's that? What? Demon scheming sect isn't here yet? It's only the battle of the three lower sects, why are they here? Did they remember the wrong day? It doesn't look like it, brother. Should we wait for them? I was dying to see. The monster you mentioned. What is Demon Soul Sect's best seed, Han Yunfeng, doing by coming to a meager scramble between the lower three sects? It can't be that someone caught his attention, right? How can that be? Demon Soul Sect is a middle three sect, as strong as ever, and by no means could someone from the lower three sects contend. I reckon young Master Han alone can take on all of the lower three sections. He got bored, so he went out for a stroll. What else is there, ha ha ha. The sects have a clear hierarchy where strength means everything. Is Demon Soul Sect's strength on the lower side this time, and do they fear someone from the lower three sects is going to take their place, so they came to scout? Or are they really bored? Humph. Ruohua, calm down, our goal is the head of the lower three sects, not the middle three sections, don't make a scene. The head of the lower three? Are you sure? Actually, second place is not bad. Just do your best. I was afraid you'd force us to fight Shuafan. Ha ha ha. Very good. So you do know your limits. You know the head of the lower three sects can only belong to the beast-taming sect. You are wise to back down and take second place. How smart. A wise man knows when to quit. There's no shame in knowing your place beneath me, no need to be so downcast. You still have that demon scheming sect filled with cripples under you. I am someone the Demon Soul Sect's three young masters had their eye on. You caught their attention? That's right. After my master and I challenged the demon scheming sect's elites and wiped the floor with them, on our way down, we stumbled upon second young Master Han. After hearing of my glorious feat, they had only respect for me, singing praises of me. My master bore witness as well. You can just ask him. Young masters, rest easy. I know your thoughts perfectly. As the one you recognize the strongest, I will take the leading position of the lower three sects and defer to you, to show my undying respect for the grace you bestowed upon me. Brother, where did you meet this moron? We barely exchanged a couple of words, yet he took them at face value. Getting used by these ignorant and oblivious morons leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Should I go down and sort it out? Sort what out? The bigger he is, the harder he'll fall. He'll soon get the reward that it's coming to him, don't you worry. Audience, look. It's the superior, three sect, Hellion Flame. Hellion Flame's best seed, Yan Mo? What's this freak doing here? There's no way he came by chance either. I just hope he didn't come to see the same guy we have our eyes on. That would be the pits. What? Can't you tell? For Yan Mo to be so serious in looking after his target. That man must be truly powerful. Yan Mo. Ruohua, quiet down. This is the Double Dragon Manor. We can't touch Yan Mo even if we want to. Hellion Flame has his back. So, those sisters can't get their revenge. And the sect won't have their back, they died in vain. What's going on here today? A competition between the lower three sections. And the strongest disciples of the middle and superior three sects are here. Master, do you see? Yan Mo has come to see me. This attention is dangerous, but it proves your strength has reached the ears of Hellion Flame's first seed. I am proud to have you. Not one among them is worth this much attention. We've waited long enough. Time to draw lots. Single battles will be fought in the form of tag teams. There are 3 numbers inside. The first and second will fight, while the third will fight the loser of the first fight and then the winner of the first match. These 3 rounds will determine your performance and evaluation. Why isn't he here yet, you little brat? Elder, our people are running late. Could we maybe wait for a while longer? It's time. No one will wait for you. If you don't draw, you forfeit. I'll draw. 1.